Day 12 of the journey to pro MMA and bodybuilding. It is push day, but you know, it's interesting. Last push day, I guess 2.5, 3 days ago, was so diabolical. So, like, I just pushed myself so hard. I low-key still feel my chest and shoulders right now. Like, I feel like even my triceps a bit. Like when I flex my triceps, I'm still feeling some soreness there too. So that's not to say we're going to do, we're not really going to do much different. We're still hitting push day. There's a chance I may go for a higher volume, lower weight. I have a feeling, honestly, on bench, the one thing that might look completely different is bench. Instead of, doing what I usually do and ending it out, close to ending it out with, as many reps of 225 as I can. I might honestly not even touch 225 today. Wow, the sky's pretty good time of day to be filming. The lighting looks cool. But yeah, instead of doing what I usually do, I may do almost exclusively the chain training. Put the chains on the end from the very beginning. Like put it on with 135. See if I can do 12 reps. I think I should be able to. That might actually be a bit of a challenge. See if I can do that and then go up to like 155 and then maybe close it all out with 185 having the chains on there, because then technically towards the top the weight would be reaching over 225. But of course the lower I get it would drop closer to the 185 level. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try that today just to give my body a break from as heavy as I've been going and just do some kind of lockout training on bench. I think that'll feel nice. I think that'll feel really nice. And then, yeah, as far as the rest of it, it's going to look, pretty much the same. I may on seated dumbbell shoulder press, I may just do lighter weight than I usually do, because I think that was one of the main exercises that I really pushed hard last time. I think I started with, I forget, but I want to say I started with 35s, and then because dumbbells were missing, because of how busy the gym was, which it looks like it's busy again today, I just jumped up straight to 55s and then closed it out with 50s, but I did as many reps as I usually do with lighter weight. So it was like I was pushing way harder than I usually do, which honestly, I mean, that should teach me something about how hard I usually go, because there's a certain intensity that if you're really serious about muscle growth, you need to be doing every time. But there are also some complications that can come with that. You want to make sure you're staying safe and that you're not overexerting yourself. You want to make sure blah, blah, blah. So there's any number of ways that you can look at it. And ultimately, if you're training hard, you're going to get stronger. That's just how it goes. But yeah, so today we're going to hit a nice healthy push day. We are going to change just a few things. I'm expecting also, on top of soreness, for my strength to be a little lower today as well, because man, I don't think I've ever had a worse day as far as feeling hungry. So much so that I made myself a little bit of like toast with peanut butter with some sourdough bread before coming here, just because of how ravenously hungry I was. It was bad today. And so usually when my body is at that level of hunger, usually fatigue really comes along with it. So I think there's a chance that my lifts might suffer a little bit today. But we're not going to let that stop us. And especially since this is push day, we're going to get the dopamine releasing in my brain. We're going to feel great, and it's going to be good, like always. So let's go hit push. All right, let's see how this feels with the chains on it. See if I can do 12 or not. feel like I can, but we're gonna see. Well, there's 12. Whew. Felt a little rough on my shoulders, but it worked. I was really feeling my shoulders at the end of that, so I might shift my grip, tuck my elbows a little bit more on this next one. I'm gonna see if we can do 8. Just do the same number of reps that I usually do. But with the chains, hopefully, it'll help with some lockout stuff. I'm gonna go slightly wider grip for more chest activation. Not much wider, but just a bit. Alright, I don't even know how many to shoot for with this. So I'm just gonna say 6 to 8 and just see how we feel. Bit of a cheat on that last one, but that's all right. I think I'm gonna play some NF through my headphones. So we got that new EP coming out tonight. Gonna stay up until midnight to hear it. I may do 4 sets of this today. Triceps are actually feeling really strong, even though they were still kind of sore from the last one. Oh. I haven't taken the time on any of these exercises to see what my muscles actually look like. So we're going to full stack this thing See if I can get 3 or 4 reps. I'm gonna roll up my sleeve so I can see what the tricep is looking like. I'm not lean enough for it to look shredded, but might look cool. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that even caught anything, but felt good. Going much lighter for starters. See how it's feeling. One day, I'll be able to film seated dumbbell shoulder press from a high angle. That'll be the day. That'll be how I know I've made it. Something smells janky in this gym today. Someone had to have pooped themselves or something. I'm gonna end a little more narrow, get more contraction in my front delt. Come on, one more. Well, my headphones just died, so we are going to be raw dogging the rest of this workout. That's fine. It'll be all right. I don't know who's running the playlist in here today, but they are cooking. Cooking for sure. Try to stay as stable as possible in this movement so that it doesn't include my shoulder or my weight or anything. Absolutely cooking forearms, not forearms, triceps today. Whew. We're back to messing with my left front delt a little bit. Low-key feeling my front delt on my right too. There we go. Feeling my side delt on a few of those movements. I'm not even going to go up and wait on this next one. I'm going to go back and just work that form a little bit, see if I can get my side delt popping more. Angling my hands a little bit instead of being like that, be more like that. That felt interesting. Ooh. That might have done it. Yeah. Maybe. Mostly. Oh, I think that actually may have kind of done it. Instead of keeping my wrist like that, keeping it more like that, I'm feeling more activation in my side delt when I do that. Yeah, that's the answer. At least I think so. Feels right. Gonna hit flies real quick and then we'll be good to go. Well, if that first shot that I got won't work because my fat head blocks the whole thing, let's see if this one will work. Let's see if I can get a single good shot of flies. Alright, last set of these we'll do nice, slow, and controlled. Just like usual. See if we can get some good contractions and I always struggle with this one, feeling my front delts. Surprise, surprise. Well, hey, I'm gonna have some big front delts by the end of this. I like to lean back with these. Get a good leg arch going. Not just retracting my scapula at the back, but like actually straight up having some space between my lower back and the seat. I feel like it helps me contract my chest muscles better. One more. They're playing that same Linkin Park song for a second time since I've been here. Hey, I'm not complaining though. Just under the surface, don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure. Chest pump feels really nice today, as does the tricep. Getting bigger little by little. All right, that is the end of day 12. Strong workout. I feel pretty good. I definitely, in actually a bunch of exercises today, to be perfectly honest, I'm feeling my front delts. So I'm thinking, like even on exercises that I don't usually feel them on, even when I'm like making mistakes. So what I feel like the issue was, is honestly just how hard I hit my front delts last push day. Cause I mean, let's be so for real. Like the shoulder workouts that I did on my, my bad mood push day, I pushed myself hard. So I'm thinking that it's probably just that they're extra fatigued from extra strain. And so today, like any sort of targeting that they experienced was just, I just felt it a little bit more than usual. But you know what though, and this is something that I've realized too, and this is something that, you know, if you work out long enough, I mean, I'm literally not even a year in and I've already seen that this is a thing. Some days are just different. Like your body, there's so many different little things, little minute differences in your body, tiny changes in your, even just in the way your mind and your muscles connect, that just makes certain things harder or easier during that day. Same thing with your feeding, you know, how you eat, how much energy you expend throughout the day. Like there's so many different variables that, like, yes, you know, you should be able to and are able to have some level of consistency. I mean, obviously, you know, if you couldn't, this would be just luck of the draw. But there are going to be days that are going to be different. You know, you're going to get to the end of your lift. And I mean, I even had some days, you know, and I'm not even just talking the days I don't like, which is really only 1 out of every 3, you know, leg day. I've had some pull days, especially at the beginning before I knew how to target my back well, where I just genuinely felt like I wasted time. Like I got in there and I was like, I don't feel anything. Like I do not feel, like I've always been able to target my biceps. So on those days, but I mean, those are so easy. If you can't target your biceps, that's like, it's, you know, that's pretty rough. Targeting my back, you know, getting to the end of a pull day in the early days, my goodness, I felt like I was wasting time. Back in January when I was, you know, still learning bench form and everything, and I just never felt my chest during bench, and I didn't know how that was supposed to feel and how to make it feel right. When I was doing tricep push downs and I was leaning too far forward and I was activating my shoulders, and so I wasn't getting as good a tricep pump. Like there's so many different things that as you evolve, they change, but along the way, you're gonna feel, you know, even if you don't feel like you wasted time, you might feel like, man, I didn't accomplish what I set out to accomplish in this workout. You know, like, oh man, I'm feeling a pump or soreness, but in all the muscles I wasn't supposed to be working out today. So that's why I don't let it stress me out too much when days like this happen, where I just kind of, because I feel a great chest pump, like I showed at the end. I did, you know, with the flexes, like it felt right. Triceps felt right. Shoulders even feel right. It's just that I think I'm feeling more shoulders than usual. So yeah, but it'll be, you know, we got tomorrow pull day, then leg day, then Sunday rest day. So I'm not too worried about it. Saturday, I'm going to be in Colorado. I'm flying out to Colorado for my sister's production. She's an extremely skilled actress, and I'm not always able to come out for her productions, but she's got a huge role in this one, so I'm going to head out there to see her. I don't know what that means, what that's going to look like for leg day. I may make a different video while I'm out there. I might not. It's all going to depend on what I'm able or not able to do. I just don't know. I'm not really sure how that's going to shake down. So I keep lucking out that the days where I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to film or do anything all happen to be leg day, so I don't have to miss my push and pull days. But I just know at some point, you know, I like to say when instead of if, you know, so when this channel pops off and when I have a big audience, I just know I'm going to have people trolling me in the chat. Why are you skipping leg day? Why are you skipping leg day? I'm not trying to. I promise. I'm not trying to. You guys have seen. I hit leg day. I do it. Even when I don't like it, I still do it. And I still push myself. But I just don't like them. And so it's convenient. On the days when I literally am not sure if I will be capable of hitting it, just due to logistics, it keeps on happening to be leg day. And I like when that happens. But yeah, so anyway, if I get the chance, I will. I may go for a run that evening, and, you know, I can vlog a little bit of just the running that evening. Maybe I might even go on a run with my brother. I'm not really sure. I know he's insanely busy too, and he's already got a ridiculous amount of PT for police academy, so he might not want to do anything. But yeah, so anyway, day 12, really strong push day. I've got to get together with my Anastasia cast tonight, so I'm really excited for that. So all in all, you know, work was really sucky, horrible shift, but we hit a really nice push day. Gonna go eat with some friends. It ends up being all right. So day 12 on the way to Pro Bodybuilding MMA. By the way, I would say well, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to get a start date of when I know I can start regularly doing the MMA training. Because the problem is, and again, like I've said before, just in case this is your first video that you're watching in this channel, I know I haven't hit MMA stuff for the camera yet for you guys, so you might be wondering, like, this has only been bodybuilding. Like, he's only lifting. I thought this was day 12 of the journey to pro MMA and bodybuilding. It's literally the first one mentioned there. And I know, I'm sorry, I hope that that hasn't been confusing, and I hope that if you're an MMA person that you're still sticking around, because it's going to be happening. It's going to be happening a lot. As far as time spent, I'm going to be doing way more MMA than bodybuilding starting very, very soon. So yeah, I'm trying to pick a start date. There's a lot of logistics in mind because I have to make sure that my timing with the gym is just right, making sure that I'm coming in at the right time in the class, that I'm not going to interrupt progress. I have to make sure that, just financially making sure that all of that can be secure, making sure that the investment is going to be something that I can regularly do and that I can be assured of. And then just same thing, time commitment, I have to make sure that my schedule lines up with their training schedule because I'm not wanting to do one-on-one stuff and get extra things just yet. But yeah, once I get all those things sorted, I should be able to have a start date in mind fairly soon. And I am 99% sure of the location that I'm going to do it at. So the moment that I know a start date, or even the moment when I have a planned start date, I will let you guys know. The reason why I haven't been doing things on my own, like without being a part of a gym, is because of the sheer number of MMA people who have told me what a bad idea that is. That like forming habits, especially when it comes to fundamentals, is a really, really dangerous thing to do because untraining those things, untraining your instincts that you build, is really, really hard to do. So I'm trying to save all of my fundamentals, all of my basics for when I have someone and some people who really, really know what they're doing, to make sure that I have a foundation that I should be building on, instead of one that I shouldn't be building on. So MMA stuff coming very, very soon. That has never changed. It's always been the plan. If these logistics could have been settled sooner, I would have been doing this stuff months ago. But also, and this is part of the journey too, is that I had initially wanted to wait until I was my target weight to start MMA because I wanted to make sure that I was as quick and light on my feet as possible. I'm now realizing I don't need to do that I'm at a weight right now that would be comfortable, that I would be fine doing that. So yeah, all that to say, MMA stuff is going to be coming very, very soon. I am going to be doing it. I would say I'm going to be training for 3 or 4 days a week minimum, 5 or 6 being likely. Yeah, we're gonna see. So as I get those details, I will let y'all know. I appreciate you guys following the journey. Please continue to do so. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, and also I haven't asked y'all to do this, but if you could send this to anybody who you know who's a bodybuilding fan, who is an MMA fan, maybe wait on that until I'm actually doing MMA stuff. Just send it to some people who you think might enjoy the content, trying to build an audience, build a community as much as possible. What I'm doing is really, really unique. There's not really anybody else pursuing this level of goal at the moment, publicly anyway. And so I'm really excited to continue, really excited to show you guys what I can do. So appreciate it. See you tomorrow for pull day.